ᵛᵉŻᵗ. I will speak now. Come far, traveler. What brings you to the end of the world to speak to the well of everlasting fortune? How very unusual. Neither riches nor everlasting youth is what is on your mind. I hope you don't mind if I ask. This sickly person you're speaking of, the one whose suffering you wish to ease, are you perhaps speaking of your lover, a beloved partner who's been grasped by the first signs of the Reaper's hands all too soon? Your silence tells me all I need to know. This person must be rather important to you, if you've journeyed this far for them. Through the heat of the desert, the dangers of the jungle, the piercing cold of the mountains, and finally, the pitch-black darkness of these caves. A darkness no lantern or torch can best. Not even an inferno would be enough to chase it away. And yet you followed the faint scent of enchanted water. It must have been a desperate last attempt to save your beloved. Why else would anyone shoulder these challenges? Why else would you leave your partner to themselves in an attempt to save them? It is a great sacrifice in itself, is it not? To risk them passing away while you set out to cure them. To leave them alone in their suffering, with no real proof of whether this trip to the deadly caves at the world's edge will soothe their anguish. You may even pass away before ever finding out whether I am real. Luckily for you, you made it. You are standing before me, clinging so tightly to the wet wall of the cave. Do not be afraid. The well will not swallow you whole immediately. Step closer. Despite the stories, I'm not a well like the ones you are used to. These structures are not man-made. There is no brick wall surrounding my water, nor is there a risk of being trapped if you play your cards correctly. Step into my shallows, my child. Let my waters caress your ankles. I intend to gauge your true intentions. I need to see whether you're of a pure heart. Be careful though. Don't walk too deeply toward my core. Otherwise, you may slip into the depths of my very being, paddling aimlessly around in the darkness with no way to know where to get to land. Very good. I see your heart is true, and I can sense the love you feel for the sickly human you intend to save. It is a noble thing you are doing, but surely you haven't come here empty-handed. You know of the secret words that summon my consciousness to the surface, so you must have read the full story. Have you prepared the 3 sacrifices I require to fulfill your wishes? You are correct. An offering of physical significance, an offering of mental significance, as well as a promise. It's simple, really. I don't ask for much in return for the life of your partner. Tell me, child, what is your first offering? Very well. Ocean salt from the depths of the sea, infused with flowers and herbs from the highest of mountains. A worthy sacrifice, encompassing the highs and lows of the mortal realm. Please, child, walk around the water's surface. Scatter the offering in a circle. Careful though, do not slip. Slow and steady. Take care to disperse the salt evenly. And as you're doing so, tell me, what is the mental sacrifice you are willing to make? What are you intending to give up in return for your partner's life? Child, my sweet, innocent child, that will not suffice. You are asking me to take on death itself, and in return you're giving little less than a crumb. You'll have to give up more than simply a single emotion. Were you really thinking I'd be able to help you on account of such a cheap offering? No, no, no. I require energy to fulfill your request. Mental energy. Such must be provided by the offering I am given. The more difficult the request, the more severe the sacrifice. Now, I will not let you play a guessing game. I will not let you struggle to imagine a sacrifice big enough for your request. Here is what I need. I require nothing but your soul once you die. Before you start bargaining, consider this. The soul is a powerful source of energy, yet it will be of little use to you once you meet your end. All you have to do to save your one true love is to hand it over. I'm even willing to grant you access to it while you are still alive. So if you think about it, my child, what is the loss? Do it for them. Splendid. Once you finish dispersing the salt, take a moment to sit down within my waters. To offer your soul to me, I will need you to repeat the following words to me. Don't worry. I'll leave you enough time to repeat them, bit by bit. I, who have journeyed to the well of everlasting fortune, hereby agree to sign over my soul to the being before me. Very good. Your first two offerings have been made. Now, all that is left for you to do is to give me a promise. I doubt your books ever specified what this promise would be. The knowledge has long been lost over the centuries. My existence has been largely forgotten. Only in recent times have mortals once again come to seek my assistance. If you want your partner to be fully healed of their ailments, you must simply reply with, "I agree," to what I am about to lay out before you. Your promise is as follows. Do you agree to never let a single soul know of what has taken place in this cave? Very good. The promise has been made. Keep in mind that betraying this promise will result in your partner's cure being taken back. They'll likely die if you ever mention this interaction to a single soul. You have completed your 3 offerings. Your beloved shall be cured once you leave this cave behind. I wish you safe travels, my child. That being said, It appears there is no longer any reason to hide the truth from you. Did you really think that the well of everlasting fortune was real? What a fool. The well's magic has been long lost. You should have visited a couple of 100 years earlier if you wanted to speak to the well. Don't worry, though. The deal is still on. Only, instead of a wishing well, you sold your soul to a demon.